Well, it's my daughter's birthday today, my oldest daughter, and it just got me thinking that I'm so thankful that God made us in His image and gave us the ability to make others in our image. That our God is so relational. He made us to have a relationship with Him, and then He made us with the ability to reproduce and have more people to have relationships with. And man, this is just evidence that we have a relational creator. We know by looking at the most simple forms of life on earth that code and the machinery to do something with code and all the other biological molecular machinery, that we were created by an intelligent being or beings. And now just by looking at the relationship aspect of our existence, I think it is most logical to say that intelligent being is also relational. And so I just want you to reconsider that thought. I know many of you don't want to think that way. You'd rather, and I would say you would rather believe that you are the product of unintelligence, right? Because, come on, there's code. And you're looking at code inside all living organisms. The mRNA is the most obvious form of code because it's translated into a polypeptide chain. And many of you are saying that you're not convinced. And I think you have incentive because you don't want to be accountable to a creator. So I'm asking you to reconsider that not only is it most obvious that we were created by intelligence, but that intelligence is relational. And so you should read the Gospels for yourself if you haven't in a while, because, Jesus tells us his sheep hear his voice. And, I think by reading that, you'll be like, this makes sense. And that's really what you're looking at. You're not going to be twisted. Your arm's not going to be twisted and make you believe a certain story about what reality is until I think we're dead, and then you'll find out what is true. Until then, you get to make the decision, and God, being a relational God, is giving you the ability to convince yourself that He doesn't exist or that He is a different God that's not really Him. So I'm asking you to reconsider and read the Gospels for yourself again, and listen to Francis Chan. I love Francis Chan because he clearly loves the Bible and God's Word more than the acceptance of people. He's not going to cave into peer pressure, and he loves God and people more than money. So I just want you to know God because relationships are what life is about. And I'm so thankful for my wife and my children and friends and family. And I'm so thankful for God. And I want you to have that. So listen to Francis Chan and just realize, no, it's going to sound weird, and I'm going to get into it in this next series, but no one has a relationship with an unfertilized egg, right? An egg that receives the sperm, that becomes a human. That becomes a being you can have a relationship. And so it is with God that Jesus said we've got to be born again. We've got to experience a spiritual birth. We are like a spiritual egg, and we've got to accept the spiritual seed of God, who is Jesus, so that He can relate with us. Otherwise, He can't. And after you die, if you haven't accepted Jesus, then you're going to hear these horrible words. I don't know you, and I don't want you to experience that. So reconsider Jesus. Reconsider accepting Him so that you can be spiritually born again, so you can have a spiritual birthday.